Hello everyone, Zane here and welcome to another Final Fantasy XIV video and the last video of 2025, and I thought the last video is going to be a glamour showcase of my battle jobs thanks to the glamour restriction removal in patch 7.4. So we're doing this in the Grand Cosmos under Explorer mode because the lighting is always going to be bright. Okay, so we're going to go over my Samurai Glamour first. Let's go into G-Pose. So the first thing is the hat. Now this is a aiming hat from the Dreadworm set from the Final Coil. Now this one looked better than the striking one because the striking was just basically a circlet, and I just kind of thought that the headpiece of the aiming set just looked so much better. Now as for the body, zoom out a bit, is the Dreadworm striking body piece. I dyed everything gunmetal black because it just kind of popped out the gold coloring of them just a little bit better than the purple that it had. The pants are the Tyrant, if you can kind of see it. Okay, the sides are kind of blocked off by the coat, but basically the Tyrant pants from PvP is what I chose. If you guys want something different, you can go with all black pants if you like, and the boots are going to be the Field Master boots, I think from the PvP. So basically those are undyed, and I just thought it went cool with the spurs on the feet. Now as for the weapon, let's back out here, is straight up the Dreadworm Katana from Binding Coil of Bahamut. Unfortunately there's no dyeable version of these weapons because the fact is that these were just not made into craftable ones. So they're basically purple, but you can't really see it because of the shine on the weapon. But yeah, basically this was my Samurai Glamour that I went with. Also the hands are basically the striking hands as well, since I didn't really mix and match too much. Now for the fashion accessory that I have is the black oriented leather eye patch to the right. So let's kind of zoom into his face here. So it kind of like covers the eye on the right, and I figured it kind of goes with the aesthetic of my samurai, so that's why I have that. The hair does clip through it, but unfortunately that's nothing we can do about that. So next is going to be my tank set. So we're going to go into G-pose before I switch my stance. So the headpiece is basically going to be the wolf head from the Berserker set. It does clip through the back of the body, but that's just fine. If you don't have the body, it kind of like floats in mid-air in the back because it's kind of stiff looking. But this was tied to fending and maiming jobs only, so tanks, reapers, and dragoons. So the restriction being removed definitely allowed me to use this on any job that I like, but I'm just sticking with the tank set itself. So the body piece, which basically goes down to the little flaps in the front, has a tail in the back. Kind of like the Warg set also has a tail in the back, but this is a little bit better than the Warg set itself. Doesn't come down all the way down to the arms, so there's some skin showing, but the hands themselves actually has claws, as you can see, which is kind of cool. I love that little aesthetic to the hands. The pants, as you'll see, they are not the regular pants or the loincloth. They're actually from the Halloween event from the Werewolf collection. I just kind of dyed it, I think it was slate gray or something like that, to match the fur of the other pieces of gear. And the feet, as you can see, are just kind of like the Berserker feet. More cartoonish looking, but I probably would have went with the werewolf feet from the event, but they didn't look very authentic, so I just kept with the Berserker set. Now as for my weapon, it's basically the relic from the Phantom Village, so I think it looked pretty good with this gear set, so that's why I didn't glamour the weapon itself. So that is going to be my tank set for all of my tanks that I play, but mostly warrior. Next is going to be my white mage. So the headpiece I have is the Dreadworm hood from the Final Coil. It's the only time that I took another piece to add on to a existing gear set. The body is the High Elegant coat. It's one of the only coats that I actually liked wearing. The pants are also High Elegant, but they get covered up by the boots, which are also the High Elegant set. As you can see, the back is mostly red, white, and a little bit black, so ultimately kept those colors. The hands are also going to be the gloves of the High Elegant as well. So basically my white mage set is pretty basic. As for the weapon, I went with the Dreadworm cane itself to stick with the Bahamut theme. So ultimately that is going to be my white mage glamour that I really have not changed since I've basically had this. So my mage is pretty basic. Next is going to be my Viper. So my Viper, let's kind of cut that off, is wearing the cruiserweight body piece. This ultimately is the only piece that I actually have that actually looks good by itself. Kind of gave cyberpunk kind of vibes. The pants, as you'll see, are the craftsmanship pants from the Ishgard Restoration. As for the feet, the casual shoes that you get from the coffer itself from the Ishgard Restoration. And the gloves, as you'll see, are from the little ladies event from the last event that happened this year. As for the cap, it is going to be the Calf Rider's cap. I thought it looks pretty cool. And the weapon is going to be from the Phantom series in the Occult Crescent. This is the third step, I believe. So yeah, I thought that looked pretty cool. And for those of you who do not know, if you do your combination attack that puts them together, if you actually sheath and unsheath it, they are stayed together, which is pretty cool. I did make a short on how to make that happen, if you guys ever want to G-pose with them together. So that is going to be my Viper Glamour as of right now. So next is going to be my Dancer / Machinist. So just like before, the cap is going to be the Calf Rider's cap. The body piece is, I believe, the Sky Pirates aiming set. The hands are going to be the High Allegan aiming hands. It's really hard to find gloves that actually work well, so I figured the gold and the black of the High Allegan did work well. The pants, I think you can see, are from the Fallen set, which is from Dark Knight, and the greaves are also from the Dark Knight as well. I had the Calf Rider's pants and the casual boots, but I kind of went with a kind of like a knight set for the lower half. I might change it back, but right now this is pretty much my glamour for my Machinist and my Dancer. And the weapons are going to be from the Phantom Relic weapons. I just thought it went well. Kind of gave a Terminator vibe for Machinist. And if I switch over to my Dancer, Dancer weapons are basically Phantom as well. And that's what I went with for my aiming sets. And last but not least, my Caster Glamour, aka my Black Mage. The coat actually was from another player that was wearing it in Gridania at the time I found this, and I kind of knew I wanted this because it just looked so cool. So basically this is the scouting version of the Abyssos body. As you can see, the flames are kind of like a purplish, pinkish color, while the headpiece is the casting, which has a more dark purple color, so they don't really go together perfectly, but to me it didn't really matter. I wanted a half mask, half my face on my character to be shown, so that's why I went with that. But the body piece just definitely went with what I liked when it comes to Black Mage. The pants and the boots are the credundum of striking. The boots were like halfway up the leg, which is something that I like, and the buckles kind of went well. Now the weapon, as you'll see here, is the majestic version of the Mandeville weapon from Endwalker. I think the glow kind of went well with the flames of the body and the head. And I believe the hands are the Horace Villiger hands or gloves from the Ishgard Restoration. Because the floof on the arms are covered by the coat, I thought it was a great pure black gloves that went well with the set. So yeah, definitely like this set in particular just because it just looks badass. Savage is the only way that you can dye the body set, so unfortunately I can't dye it myself, but I think the natural color of this gear set just goes well with the gothic theme of Black Mage itself. So this is definitely a keeper of mine from what I had before, which was basically the Vanguard set. Alright guys, that's all the glamours that I'm using currently on the jobs that I play as of patch 7.4. So hope you guys got inspired by some of my glamours, and hope you guys come up with some of your own to look good while you kick butt in Final Fantasy XIV. Alright guys, so that's pretty much going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the rest of my channel for more Final Fantasy XIV content, and I will see you guys in the next one. Happy New Year, and take care of yourself as well, as you don't drink too much going into the new year. And that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you're new for more Final Fantasy XIV content and help with the YouTube algorithm. If you guys want to support my channel even further, consider becoming a YouTube member, Patreon supporter, or help me on Ko-Fi. The links for those will be in the description down below, as well as my Discord. And the extra special shout out to the members on screen. So until next time, may you forever walk in the glorious light of Lord Bahamut, and always remember, to keep forging.